Hello everybody, welcome to this wonderful reading. I'm Joy Alex, welcome. And in this reading, this is going to be a Saturday of July 27th of 2024. This reading is going to be provided by who's going to be watching this and what's going on through their own way of how it goes. And this is how it seems to be, and I know that you will enjoy this wonderful reading. I know that there are going to be various ways of how to consider your options, but you have to know it. You have to know from how it is, you know how from dialogue and you know how it is, right? And you have to learn about what the cards are saying, and this is how it is. So, this is going to be very interesting of how it goes, and this is what's going on. So, this is the way of how it seems to be, and this is how it is. It's the way of how it goes, but this is the way it seems to be. So let's go. So the first one is change. Understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. That's the thing is, change is the ability to know, but it's the way of knowing what to do, and you have to know. Okay. Next one is humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. That's how it is, because you have humor and you make yourself, happy and everything else. And, laughter is always a good medicine, in one way or another, but that's how it is, okay? And last but not least is abundance. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. That's how it is, because that's just how it seems to be. You have to know how it is, but one way or another, that's how it goes, okay? Right. So we're going to look at what's going on for the past, the present, and the future situation. And this is how it seems to be. So we're going to understand what's going on and what's interesting about this reading. So let's get started. So in this reading, you have the Ten of Swords is upright. So you could have lots of burdens, the way of how it goes, right? Because you understand how it goes. The world is completion, because everything is completed. It's just how it is. The Ace of Cups reversed. It's the way of how it's like. Basically, it tells you about what's going on. But this is how it seems to be. You have to remember about your inside, your outs, the way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can do things on your own, and you have to do that as long as it needs to. So we're going to clarify. So let's see. So you have the star that's upright because there's inspiration. Yeah, so you could be wishing upon something. You could wish upon what's going on in one way or another, so that's how it seems to be. The Two of Swords is upright because you're in the crossroads, because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right, right? Because that's how it seems to be. You know what's going on, but in that how that is, right? And the Ten of Swords is upright because there's deceit. Yeah, because you're feeling like there is deceit. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in one way or another. But there are times where you have to, set your own goals straight. You have to know about what's going on, and you see it as a wonderful feeling. But in ways, it's the way of how to do it in one way or another. Because you look at this and you think, okay, everything's fine. Not really, because in priority, it's the way of how it goes. You have to look at what you feel, look how everything is, and this is how it is. This is a logical explanation of how it goes. Because you look at this and you think, okay, everything's fine. Everything is fine, but you have to look at it. So let's see. So we have the Eight of Pentacles is upright. So you could be, think about yourself and say, okay, well, I'm doing this. So you could be doing the Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Page of Cups reversed. That's interesting. And you have the Nine of Wands is upright. Yeah, so you could be having victory on your side, but one way or another, that's how it is, right? Because you have to remember that this is the way it goes in one way or another. You have to put yourself into perspective. You have to know which way you're going to do. It's the way of how it is, the way of knowing what to do in one way or another. So let's see. So yeah, the Four of Swords is up, I guess, because you're gonna have preparation. Preparation is the key. You know, you have that balance to understand about that, because in ways of knowing what to do, right? It's your priority to look at what's going on. The Three of Swords is up, right, because you have heartbreak. That, you know, it's the way of how it goes, because, you know, you're feeling like sad because there were some things that was hurting you, and you're saying, what's going on, or I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever, right? And it's the priority of knowing what to do. You have to learn about what's going on in one way or another, because this reading does make sense in order to do it. And you have the Six of Swords reversed because there's no movement. Obviously, there's no movement at all, because you have to know what's going on. You know, there are times where you have to, you know, understand how it is. You know, get off that plate, understand about what things are. You have to remember about that, how it is, because in reality, it's the way of how it goes, right? And you look at this and you think, okay, well, what's going on? In that perspective, you have to put things into that way, right? You have to see your own way of knowing what to do, right? You have to put things into that moment, that key to life, something like that. And you do that as long as it needs to, because, you know, you have to remember to believe about how it is in one way or another. You know, this is a very good reading, but in one way or another, it's the way of knowing what to do. So let's see. Yeah, see, you have Nine of Cups, that's reversed. Yeah, see? The King of Cups reversed. And the King of Wands reversed. Yeah, see? Do you see that? You see about all these? Yeah. You know, you see what's going on, right? And you think that, oh, well, there is something going on. You think about, you know, how it is, right? Yeah, see, the devil is reversed because there's obsession. Like, you're not being obsessed, you know? The Justice is upright because you're going to tell the truth. And then you have the Hangman reversed because there's no stillness. Yeah, because there's no restriction. You know, so you think that, okay, everything is fine. Everything is going to let go and all that stuff. You think everything is all, you know, good. But then you think to yourself, well, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Right? And you think about how things are. So let's see. So this is how it is. So yeah, see the Page of Swords reversed. See? And then you got the Three of Pentacles is upright. Yeah, because you're in the third party, right? Because you're in the third party because you're telling the truth. You know, everything is balancing. And you think to yourself, all right, am I doing this right? Right? So let's see. And we have the Knight of Wands reversed because there's no immaturity. No, you're not. You're acting like everything is all fine. You know, you need to understand about how things are, and you have to understand it. It's the way of how it goes, because in reality, you have to put yourself into perspective. I always say that. You have to pay attention. I'm just a reader, okay? All right? Pay attention. Pay attention about your ways of knowing what to do. Understand about this, because you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You know, it's a way of knowing what to do. It's the insight that you're receiving. It's the way of knowing what to do. It's like you're in a crisis. You don't know what to do. You know. So because you have to look at this. Now I'm going to see what the bottom cards are. So, you know, yeah, see the Knight of Cups reversed because there's no romance. No, obviously, right? You see people have romance, but you don't know. The Ten of Pentacles reversed because there's no vision. Obviously, there's no vision. No. The Ten of Swords is upright because you have conclusions. Obviously, yes, they are. The Three of Cups is upright because you're gonna have celebration. Obviously, that would be. But then you have the Eight of Swords reversed because you don't have no anxiety. No, you don't. You have no knowledge. Right? And then you have the Empress, that you have like nourishment. See? It does make sense. Two Pentacles reversed, yeah, because there's no balance. Nope. But then you have the Ace of Swords upright because you have understanding. See, that's the way it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do, and this is what it seems to be. So I know that this reading is a good reading, but you have to look at it. It's the way it goes. Oh, and by the way, let's see about the bottom cards. Yeah, because you know what? Seven of Swords is upright because you're feeling hurt. You know, the Devil reversed because you're not feeling obsession, not yet. The Fool is upright, is reversed because you have like no change. The Nine of Swords is upright because you're having that fear, right? Like it could be, you know, where you can't do this anymore, you can't do it. There's no transformation, nothing. And last one, Four of Swords is upright because you're going to be recuperating. So, you know, this is just how the reading goes. It's the way of knowing what to do, and this is how it seems to be. So, in this reading that I'm going to tell you, like, see, you have the balance, right? You have your abundance card, not balance, but you know what I mean. You have the humor, right? Because you're going to have humor, and you're going to make yourself laugh. And last one is change. You're going to have change because you're going to change because you're feeling hurt. So in that note, this is how it is, and I hope this is a good reading. In the understanding that this is just the way it goes, and understand, because you know this is just the way it goes in one way or another, and you have to put your own perspective on one way or another. So, you know, I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy, because you know what, this is just the reading goes, and this is the way of how it is, knowing what's going on, and this is how it seems to be. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye for now. Really. Bye.